Let's act like my screen is frozen. Did it work? What's poppin', everybody? It's your old pal, Boogie Bob. Today's going to be a great show. It's going to be a shitty show. Let's do opposite day. Today's opposite day. Goodbye, everybody. It's your old enemy, Boogie Bob. Today's going to be a shit show. Horrible. It's really cold out. It's freezing. And I look gross. And my penis is really small. It's opposite day. Opposite day. Oh, it's gonna be a good day. Shall we? Shall we proceed? Here's the thumbnail. And by the way, I did my nails just for you today. Some of the ladies are like, Boogie Bob, you're I brought my old girlfriend. It's my Osmo Pocket. I love this thing. I don't leave the house without it. I can't. What am I gonna do? Leave the house without it? What are you, crazy? Where's the damn I'm adding a couple things here that I thought you might enjoy. Unsupported file type. I'm going to add that. It says unsupported file type. I'm going to add that. You're like, Bob, why are you taking so long? I'm looking for something. I might have deleted it. I don't know why I would do such a horrible, stupid thing, but I think I deleted it. I was going to run the merch commercial. I think it's right there. Shout out to Rev with the Boogie Bob merch commercial. That ain't it. Give me a second. It's the last time. Last time I had the Boogie Bob merch commercial. I don't know what happened to it. I don't even care at this point. I saw this yesterday. Look at this. Could you imagine? Bro, I believe in patriotism, but come on, bro. You're gonna eat some Freedom Franks? Red, white, and blue hot dogs. I can't, bro. I'm sorry, I can't do it. The merch store is up. All kinds of cool merch. Make sure you check out the video. It's on my Boogie Bob channel right now. Hi, Rev. Hi, Dave. David Young's in the house. Hi, Kathy. Hi, Rob H. Hi, Valerie. Oink, oink. A Bronx girl. Paul Greenwell. Small green hell. I can't see anything. My eyes are bad. What do I know? Let's get on with the news. Snow White House. They found cocaine in the library at the White House. An hour later, Donald Trump Jr. was busted for trying to climb in and break into the White House. That's my property! Want to see what a couple $1 billion looks like? It's Jigga and Lady B. It's Bey. It's Jigga and Bey. Jay-Z and Beyonce. They're at the Hamptons for the white party. Sounds racist to me. Sounds a little racist. West Wing Coke and Dagger. What happened? A white powdery substance. Joe Biden's like, please let it be anthrax. Please let it be anthrax. Not cocaine or crank. It says here that Donald Trump Jr. and Hunter Biden got in a fist fight in the library over an 8-ball of coke. Allegedly. White powdery substance was located in the West Wing Sunday evening by Secret Service agents doing a routine patrol. The White House was evacuated and the D.C. Fire Department was called. Initial tests came back as positive for cocaine. Anyways, we're going to find out more about that because, you know, there's cameras. I'm sure there's cameras every square inch of the White House. Somebody in there doing coke. A judge. Judge is in a little bit of hot water over TikTok videos. He's got a rap sheet of his own. A rap-loving New Jersey judge posted TikTok videos of him lip-syncing to raunchy Rihanna and Busta Rhymes. If you lip-sync to the video, you gotta know what you're lip-syncing to. You think I can sit here and do Jay-Z songs, the N-word, N-word, N-word? Just believe it. Parade sleigh anniversary. Residents of Highland Park, Illinois, marked another the anniversary of last year's 4th of July massacre. Oh boy. It's too early. Valerie, it's too early. Kathy, I can't do it. South Carolina dog walker killed by an alligator. Everybody here's going, did the dog live? Screw the walker, did the dog live? A woman was killed by an alligator while walking her dog in Hilton Head, South Carolina, Tuesday morning. The second fatal alligator attack in the county in less than a year. Lagoon of Beaufort County Sheriff said. The attack was the second such incident in Beaufort in less than a year. In August 2022, an 88-year-old woman was killed by an alligator after she slipped into the pond. A woman aboard an American Airlines plane was caught on camera freaking out. Now, I saw the video. It's insane. It's a Karen. They got her and she's saying, the guy in the back is crazy. He's gonna kill all of you. I'm not me. I'm getting off the plane. You're gonna all die. There she is. Flyer loses grip on reality. She's insane. A woman aboard an American Airlines plane was caught on camera freaking out. Heading for the exit over an apparent passenger, she insisted he was not real. He was not real. Upon further inspection, the passenger was a famous YouTuber, Boogie Bob. And most ladies do not feel he is real. The bizarre expletive-laden meltdown that went viral Monday reportedly occurred in the aircraft as it was preparing to depart Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport. I'm telling you, I'm getting the F off this plane. A reason why I'm getting the F off this plane can either believe it or not. She yells at as she paces to the front of the plane, according to the footage. I don't give two F's. I'm telling you right now, that mother effer back there is not real. You can sit on this plane and you can die with him or not. I'm not going to, the woman asked before apparently leaving the plane to do some methamphetamines in the bathroom. Okay. This is good old-fashioned snitching, and they're rewarding you for it. You can actually call, here's a snitch. You can call the noise bureau, 311 or whatever, and you can say when the bar is too loud, and you get paid for it, for being a snitch. There's some guys that make $100,000 a year. What they do is they wait, and if a car or a truck is idling, I think it's a truck, if a truck is idling and the guy's just sitting there next to the curb, and he can go up and record him idling for 30 seconds, he gets paid like $130. And they sit out there all day long with their cameras. Bounty hunters cash in on loud bars. A cadre of civilian bounty hunters has raked in thousands of dollars by issuing summonses to bars and restaurants for violating noise pollution. Hi, 911, what is your emergency? There's a bar, the guy's really loud out front. Sir, can you hold right there? Where are you? I'm on the corner of 6th Avenue and 9th Street. Yeah, sir, what are you wearing? I'm wearing a blue shirt and a black hat. Sir, can you stand right there? I'm going to have one of my officers come up and punch you in the face for wasting my time. This is New York! What's wrong with you? Oh, he's back. He's back. Guess who's back? Back again. Guys, when you're called the Michael Jordan of something, he's the Muhammad Ali of this, or the Michael Jordan of that. It means you're the very best in the history of the world. None of these guys. Michael Jordan. By the way, Muhammad Ali wasn't the greatest in the world because of his boxing. He was the greatest in the world because of his humanitarian efforts, because he was a good, kind, solid human being who would risk it all for others. That's why he went and lost his championship when he refused to go fight the Viet Cong. I ain't got no quarrel with them Viet Cong when America won't even let me vote. I ain't going over to kill a yellow man for the white man. That was it. Anyways, so Muhammad Ali lost like 7 matches. Seven bouts. Wasn't the greatest of all time boxer. I think he was, but it's debatable. Rocky Marciano was 49-0. This guy's the greatest of all time. It's Joey Chestnut. Championship, not just at Coney Island for the hot dogs for Nathan's, but 16 years in a row, this guy. Chestnut soaks the competition for 16 Coney Island. Okay, number 2 yesterday did really well. He got like 36, 40 something. 46 hot dogs. Joey Chestnut had a really horrific day by his standards. I think he had 65. His record is 75. You only got 10 minutes, bro. 10 minutes. 10 minutes divided by 75 hot dogs. That means he eats 1 hot dog every second. I made that up. But it's really grotesque. I love a good hot dog. Give me a hot dog. They soak it in beer and they squeeze it, pour shit off, so it's nasty, bro. It's nasty. I'm watching the thing yesterday. I'm like, whoa. By the way, our dear friend Fernando from Super Friends NYC covered it. Was right there, like right there. Am I getting? It says that it's too hot to use. It's overheating. It's too hot right now. By the way, it's about 155 degrees out here. I literally just burnt my hair on the sun. How's my picture? We good? Yeah, you have to swallow it all. Of course, Ambrose has to make it even grosser than it already was. It's pretty gross. And she was a women's champ right there. Fernando. And there's Joey Chestnut standing right by him. And they go, guys, you want to ask questions? He just filming. He did get him to talk to the camera and stuff, but I think he had he actually could have had a Fernando exclusive and interviewed him for 10 minutes if he wanted to. This is Joey Chestnut. I don't know what you think about competitive eating. It's a sport. This guy weighs like 170 pounds. He could out-eat sumo wrestlers. He's got 65 hot dogs in his stomach right there, bro. To put that in perspective, there's like 25 hot dogs there, 20 hot dogs. He ate 4 plates. It's gross. And it did have a rain delay. Florida trucker has been busted after leading Texas law enforcement on a chaotic pursuit during which he plowed down the wrong side of the highway for miles with a dozen illegal immigrants in the back. What should happen to him? What should happen to this piece of crap who, okay, you want to bring migrants in, you're either doing it to be good, you're not, or you're doing it for money, you are. But okay, let's say okay. Then you get into a high-speed chase down the wrong side of the highway. What are you going to do with migrants in the back? A dozen illegal immigrants stashed in his truck. Dramatic dash cam footage captures the driver Eduardo Aradas during the high-speed pursuit. He refused to stop for traffic violation. He allegedly reached speeds of 85 miles an hour and can be seen on the dash card. Horrible. They need to pull him out and say, do you know what you did wrong there? Yes, I was speeding. Yes, you were, and now I'm going to punch you in the face 5 times. Sergeant O'Reilly, I'm done punching him. Would you like to punch him a couple times as well? I think if we were able to punch these guys, we might have less crime. Jimmy, you want to shoplift with me today? No, why not? Because they'll punch me. Philadelphia freedom. Philly fiend kills 5 strangers, says the cops. We had about 6 or 7 mass shootings yesterday. Absolutely horrific and horrible. All these were 5 killed in Philly, 3 shot in Texas, 3 killed in Texas. Remember when it says 3 killed, that could be 20 people shot. A shooting erupted hours after a holiday weekend festival ended in Fort Worth, Texas, leaving at least 3 people dead and 8 others clinging to life. 13-year-old boy was also shot in Harlem, 13. On Tuesday, the latest victim of a troubling trend of gun violence involving youngsters. The teen was hanging out with a group of friends behind the building at 143rd Street about 1 a.m. 13-year-old boy, 1 a.m. When gunfire erupted, the boy was struck in the lower left leg, was taken to the hospital. Is there a good story in here somewhere? We had, it's the 4th of July, it's really hot, so there's lots of people swimming in the ocean. Sharks everywhere. A school of about 50 sand sharks was spotted off Long Island. I don't know if sand sharks are that big a deal. Before 2 more swimmers were apparently bitten by other sharks. The sharks were seen schooling around 200 yards from the Robert Moses Beach around 8 a.m. before the beach opened. One of the sharks was robbed at gunpoint. Welcome to New York, bitch. A Manhattan subway Good Samaritan was clubbed. A Good Samaritan trying to avert a subway crime became a victim himself. When the wheelchair-using passenger, they'll be arrested. Well, wheelchair-using, he'll be on every camera, he or she. Passenger, he was, oh, never mind. The wheelchair person was also the victim. I apologize. Was trying to help a Manhattan, whacked him in the head with a cane. A Good Samaritan, let me read that back, trying to avert a subway crime became a victim himself when the wheelchair-using passenger he was trying to help clubbed him. So I was right. Trying to help someone in a wheelchair, and the person in the wheelchair starts clubbing him. The NYPD released a surveillance video Tuesday showing the disabled suspect. I was right. From the June 17th attack on the Q train, 23-year-old commuter spotted a man in a wheelchair sleeping with his phone in his hand around 1 a.m. This is very important. I want you to listen up to this. I don't even know where it's going, but I think I do. A 22-year-old commuter spotted a man in a wheelchair sleeping with his phone in his hand around 1 a.m. and woke him up in order to help him put his phone away. Now, guys, how many times on my show have I told you it's wonderful to help the disabled, to help the homeless, but you never, ever, ever wake them up. He's 22. You didn't know. I'm telling you right now. There's been a million times I'm walking around feeding people. I got a whole bag full of cheeseburgers, and there's a guy sleeping right there. You can't go up and go, hey, buddy, wake up. Now, yesterday, right across the street, I had a guy, African guy, laying on the ground like Superman. You know how Superman flies? He was laying on the ground like this, just laying there, fully dressed, and had a helmet in his hand next to a bike. And I did say to him, "Sir, are you okay?" I said, "Sir, are you okay?" And he looked up. He said, "Oh, bless you, bless you." I think he had a heat stroke. He's a bike messenger. But I don't want any of you guys trying to help somebody and waking up somebody who's sleeping. They will get you. Can you imagine what it's like to be homeless or to be sleeping on these streets and have kids come up and kick you or spit on you or try to rob you? He woke him up in order to prevent him from being a victim of a crime. But the would-be crime victim pulled out a cane and smacked lacerations. The cane-wielding goon then fled on his motorized wheelchair. He'll be arrested. The bludgeoned subway rider was taken to Mount Sinai Beth Israel Hospital. Surveillance video released by the police Monday shows the suspect wearing a checkered shirt sitting in his wheelchair on the subway platform. Sir, are you okay? They're sleeping, let them sleep. You ever heard that expression, let a sleeping dog lie? Because you don't want to go up and pet him and have him bite your ass. I'm not doing the Russian. I can't. I love it. Oh, I guarantee you there's a whole lot of guys in the GOP going, this is outlandish. It's horrible. These are your new American neighbors, friends. These people came in, said the Pledge of Allegiance, and put their hand over their heart, and they are brand new American citizens. Some of these people have tried to become citizens for a long time. God bless them. This is an advertisement for Bronx Care. We are here for you. Look at these doctors. Look at this guy. Is he a doctor or is he on the damn equalizer? You got a headache? We're here for you. Sorry. That was uncalled for. That was outlandish. Oh boy. A forklift murderer. A Maryland man was charged. Hold on. Somebody say something about a birthday? I thought I saw a birthday go by. If, Rev, I brought my phone. If there's a birthday I didn't see, let me know. Forklift murder charge. A Maryland man has been charged with murder after he allegedly mowed down an elderly woman with a stolen forklift. Some forklifts go really fast, and they're very huge, heavy equipment. Bryce Caleb Timothy Brown, that's his name. Bryce Caleb Timothy Brown, 20, busted into a Lowe's in Waldorf around 12:40 a.m., stole a forklift, and ran through the rear gates. He drove the forklift into a neighborhood Home Depot parking lot and for unknown reasons plowed it into a parked car. Gloristine Pinkney, 73, who had been sleeping in her car, got out after Brown struck the vehicle and started running away. He then pursued her and ran her over with the forklift. He then stole her vehicle. Police soon identified Brown as a suspect and found the victim car parked. First of all, he should be murdered. If anybody agrees with me that this man who broke into a Lowe's and stole a forklift and then decided to go to a Home Depot and ram into a car, an elderly woman was sleeping in the car. She gets out of the car and runs away. Can you imagine an elderly woman, 73 years old? I can barely walk, and I'm 40-ish. Can you imagine an elderly woman running down the street and some man chasing her with a forklift to run her over and kill her? That is a horrible, horrible death. He should be murdered. I'm sorry. Boogie Bob, I like your show, but a bride's gift of stupidity. An advice columnist didn't hold back when a hapless mother asked what to do about her brother's refusal to give her daughter a $1,000 gift for her wedding. Sometimes I run it back because I think I'm confusing some of you. An advice columnist, like a Dear Abby, didn't hold back when a hapless mother asked what to do about her brother's refusal to give her daughter a $1,000 cash gift for her wedding. After his niece banned him over his conservative political views. Okay, so he's a Trumper. And the niece said, Uncle Jimmy, I love you, but you're not coming to my wedding, but I still want $1,000. The mother, who signed herself Angry in Philadelphia, wrote to popular advice columnist Amy Dickinson in her famous column called Ask Amy. Dave has not sent my daughter and son-in-law a wedding gift, she wrote, explaining that her brother has always given family members over $1,000 in cash as wedding gifts, and her daughter was upset she was not receiving anything from him. Now remember, she didn't let him go to the wedding. Shouldn't give her nothing. Amy responded in blunt fashion, brides who are too afraid of family members to invite them to a family wedding don't get pleasure or receiving money from said person. I think everybody today should be punched in the face. This is horrible. Horrible, I tell you. Robert and his baby mama, or daughter, maybe that's his daughter. There's the grandson. That's the daughter. Grandson, heart broken forever. Robert De Niro, you know him as the Godfather and Taxi Driver, and he's been in so many things, but he's also a human being. I'm sure he loved his grandson. His grandson died 20 years old, I think. Drana De Niro, the daughter of actor Robert De Niro, said her heart is broken forever in an emotional tribute following the sudden death of her son, Leandro De Niro Rodriguez, and described holding him for the last time. He was 19 years old, found dead in what cops are probing as a possible overdose. I promise you, without even knowing it's fentanyl. I can barely type through my tears, but the love and the messages, calls, texts, emails, and friends and family from around the world helped me get through these 24 hours of sheer agony. None of this is right or fair. My heart hurts in a way I never knew possible while still breathing and barely functioning. Leo, my darling, I love you today like the first day I held you in my arms. The 51-year-old continued, the same man that picked us up from the hospital when you were born drove us to your funeral, where I touched you and held you for the last time. Top critical after 6-story fall. It is illegal in New York City to have a building without bars. A 3-year-old girl is fighting for her life after falling from the 6th floor window in Harlem. The top managed to get through a gap in the window with an air conditioning inside the apartment and fell. Around 1 p.m. The girl was rushed to Harlem Hospital and is in critical condition. God, please let this little angel have another chance at life. I ask you all if you could please pray for this little angel. The girl was rushed to the hospital in critical condition. The 37-year-old mother was home at the time of the fall. Neighbor Eustolia Gomez, 53, rushed the child after hearing it hit the ground behind a building. I was here preparing to cook when I heard something slam very hard into the ground. When I walked over, there was a little girl on the floor laying face down. It looked like a little doll laying there. President Joe Biden did something Trump would never do. He issued a demand for tougher firearm restrictions Tuesday after a string of deadly shootings unfolded across the country. Over the last few days, our nation has once again endured a wave of tragic and senseless shootings in communities across America, from Philadelphia to Fort Worth, Baltimore to Lansing, Wichita, and to Chicago. Guys, we are the laughing stock of the world. You come to New York, you come to California, come to Texas, Florida, there's a very good chance you're going to get shot and killed. There are 300 million Americans and like 600 million guns in this country. We need to do something about the gun law. Yeah, but in the Constitution, Bob, it says the Second Amendment, we have the right to bear arms against any foreign or domestic. You're a moron. Shut up, Dick. Sorry. I believe you should be able to own a gun. I believe that you should have a license and there should be restrictions. I was a card-carrying member of the NRA for 30 years. I won the Northern California Junior National Riflemen's Association shooting contest. Shooting was a very big thing in my life. I grew up with guns. I shot guns and almost killed my sister by accident twice. And you're supposed to treat every gun like it's loaded, and I didn't. And I'm very grateful that I didn't kill my sister and my dog. Let's do it. I'm only doing 2 today. That's all I got time for. I'm going to do something really special after this. I might take you with me. It's Capricorn. And it's Capricorn. 3 Capricorns, everybody gets an iPad. Every single one of you gets an iPad if I get a third Capricorn. Okay. Edit that out, Rev. Edit the thing where I lied and said I was going to give a 3 Capricorns in the world. I'm not giving you shit. You're getting nothing. Pisces. If it would have been 4 Capricorns, then yes, I would have. Everybody gets a free blowjob. All of them. By the way, this Friday, blowjobs on sale, half price, $10. Capricorn, don't waste time trying to get approval from your plans, for your plans from people in positions of power, because they are unlikely to give it. On the other hand, they are just as likely to stand in your way, so power ahead and be your own boss. Pisces, can you imagine being your own boss? Some guy takes this literal, goes to work today, works at Best Buy, walks in, Jim, you're late. Yeah, shut up. What did you say? I'm my own boss today. Yeah, but Jim, I need you to go in the back and get some speakers. Shut up, Al. I'm tired of you bossing me around and said in the paper that I was my own boss. Go get me a coffee, bitch. It's not nice. Pisces, you may be tempted to avoid a relationship problem in the hopes that it will just go away, but that isn't going to happen. Instead, get together with the other party and look for ways to resolve the situation. It's really not as dire. Birthdays, what's the worst days? I have a lady friend of mine very upset with me because I just didn't do it, to wish her happy 4th of July. 10:30, I get a text. Can't believe you didn't wish me happy 4th of July. Birthdays, Pauly D. Pauly D is the guy from Jersey Shore. Pauly D is filthy rich. He's a DJ now, and he makes hundreds of thousands of dollars to DJ all over the country. Narduar is this guy. He is an interviewer who interviews musicians and the like, but he does something that no other interviewer does. If you go on his show and he's interviewing you, he will, let's say he's got Jay-Z on the show. Everybody's going to say, Jay-Z, when you met Beyonce, or Jay-Z, your first album, or Jay-Z, Tupac did this. Everybody has the same stuff. Narduar has stuff like, Jay-Z, when you were in 3rd grade, your best friend was Pete Johnson, Now, one day you went to Pete Johnson's house and you skinned your leg in his toilet. What happened? And everybody on his show, he's known for asking those questions that no one has ever heard of. And people walk off the show because they're shocked at how this guy would know your next door neighbor's best friend's uncle's social security number. Shout out to the Japanese ball players out there. He is 29 and one of the best ball players in the world from Japan. Edie Falco. Edie Falco had superstar stints in, she was the wife on The Sopranos. She was the nurse on Nurse Jackie. She was a correction officer on Oz. This girl works. Edie Falco is fantastic. Do 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 do. P.T. Barnum. P.T. Barnum coined the phrase, there's a sucker born every minute. Step right in, folks. This guy has 3 nipples. And you get in there, one's a Band-Aid. P.T. Barnum. Barnum and Bailey Circus. I'm just going through the dial. RZA. The R to the Z-A, RZA. RZA is the backbone, founding member of the Wu-Tang Clan. He went by Bobby Digital. But RZA was their head producer, their main producer, the backbone of the group. RZA saved my life. I actually have the video. It's on one of Boogie Bob's celebrity stories. I was a big shot at the China Club right across the street there. And a China Club closed at 4. And I go outside and there's a pizza shop right next door, Carve Pizza. I go into the pizza shop, there's RZA. I go, oh shit. I said, RZA, what's happening? I'm Boogie Bob. I think that's the name. Back then I was DJ Pimp. I'm DJ Pimp. And I got a magazine and I'm a big fan. I knew his brother of the Ninth Prince. Oh, that's cool, man. I said, you ain't buying no pizza. And he said, what you mean? They're still lighting fireworks. They're still lighting fireworks. I said, I'm buying your pizza, Playboy. Oh, thanks, fam. I said, I'd love to interview you and talk to you more about it. He says, yeah, I'm out at the Hummer. Come see the Hummer. Come to the Hummer with a big-ass Hummer out there. That's a truck. I said, okay. I get my pizza. I walk out to go kick it with my new homie. I get there, and this homie pulls up and starts choking me and trying to shoot me and shit. Because you just don't run up on RZA like that. He got all these Staten Island Wu-Tang Clan cats running around. And the name of the video is RZA Saved My Life. Anyways, the guy, his name was Free, who was choking me and pulled a gun on me. RZA's like, nah, he with me, son. He with me, son. And all right. You good? You with him? All right. We actually became friends. I interviewed his artist for my magazine. You can see the story. If Rev can find it, it's the RZA, RZA, Saved My Life. Huey Lewis. I'm just dropping, anytime I come across one of these guys I spend time with, I'm going to talk about it. What I don't want you doing is looking at my watch. It's not fair to you, it's not fair to me, it's just something that I don't think should be done today. Huey Lewis, the year was 1980. It's easy to find. All you have to do is type in Boom Boom Mancini against Hector Camacho. They were fighting in Reno, Nevada, the fight of the century. I was there. Well, before then, I went to a prostitute. I didn't go to a prostitute. I went to a house of ill repute. It was called the Mustang Ranch. Me and my boys, we said, let's go, it'll be fun. 20 years old, you drive up to a house of a whorehouse, ain't the name. And you walk in, and there's Huey Lewis sitting at our table. Now, we're from the Bay Area, he's from the Bay Area, so we know people in common. We start talking, and my friend goes, Huey, what are you doing at a whorehouse? And no, not me, my friend. His friend was from Germany, bald-headed guy, sat at the table while his friend went in and got some ass. Me and my friend Skip and Charles Madelone sat there, literally sat there, and hung out with Huey Lewis while his boy was in the Mustang Ranch. It was the biggest prostitution place. It became the Bunny Ranch after that, but Mustang Ranch, prostitution in Reno was legal. It was also very, very creepy and scary. Okay, the next one on the list It keeps getting better and better. Mac Dre. Now, if you're from the Bay Area, you say it backwards, bitch. 707. Mac Dre was the biggest rapper in Bay Area. He was absolutely huge. He was from the Crest. He was from Vallejo, California. And I knew Mac Dre when he was a young boy, before he was famous. I was actually supposed to go with my boy Chauncey Banks from the Funky Chicken to see Mac Dre the night he was murdered. He was the biggest rapper where we're from in the Bay Area. He is big as Jay-Z and Nas put together. Absolutely huge. Andre Hicks right there. Ambrose is pulling it up. Born in Oakland, but raised in Vallejo. And he went on to be one of the biggest, too hard for the fucking radio, biggest rappers in the history of Earth. He was going to be as big as Jay-Z, any of these guys. He was murdered in Kansas City. Now, Kansas City loved the Bay Area, loved the E40, the Too Shorts, and all them guys, but they specifically loved Mac Dre. Mac Dre finished the concert November 1st, 2002. He walked outside, got in the van. As he was driving down the highway, a car pulled up, riddled it with bullets, and Mac Dre was taken from us, murdered. Broke my heart, ripped my guts out. I actually knew him as a young boy. I got into a fight with some kid at a rival high school, was sentenced to do community work for the Omega Boys Home. And Mac Dre was one of the youths that I mentored. We became one of the biggest rappers in the history of Earth. If you don't know him, check him out because he was so fly. It was ridiculous. Famous deaths. We don't celebrate deaths, we celebrate life. And today is no exception. Ted Williams, the splendid splinter. Ted Williams, considered to this day by many the greatest baseball player that ever lived. He was, even though he was from the Red Sox, he was selected to 19 All-Star games. Can you imagine? 19 All-Star games, won 2 American League MVP awards, and batted .406, which hasn't been done since. On the last game of the season, it was a doubleheader. He was batting .400. It's a doubleheader. And the coach comes up and says, I'm going to sit you for the second game. Why? Because if you don't hit at least 2 hits, you're going to... And that's the story. I find it touching. So the coach comes up to him, very famous, and said, if you bat and you don't go at least 2 for 4, you're going to drop below 400, whatever the stats were. He's batting .400. Unheard of. For decades. So he says, put me in, coach. I'm playing anyways. So he played, and I think he went 3 for 4. He ended up the season at .406. Hasn't been done since. Almost impossible to do. I don't think anyone will ever do it again. But pretty amazing. He was named after President Teddy Roosevelt. I don't know what that means. I was also named after Abraham Lincoln. Doesn't mean I was named after him. I was named after. 1956, Mickey Mantle became the first player to win the Triple Crown Award since Williams did it in 1947. All right, so pretty big. Nick Cordero, I know that name from somewhere. Richard Donner. Richard Donner was a great director. I can't remember what movies he did. All the Superman stuff and Goonies, Screws, Lethal Weapon. Richard Donner, huge. Ed Schultz, I don't know. a whole bunch of them that I don't know. The object is not to name them just because they're dead. Name the ones you know and don't know. Punk thieves target moms. San Francisco moms, including a pregnant woman and nannies, are being targeted in violent broad daylight robberies at the hands of masked minors. Them kids in San Francisco are wild, bro. Wow, it says my device is too hot. I hope that you can still hear me and see me. I look super cute today. By the way, just so you know, I'm gonna get some new shirts. I think I wore this like 4 times already. Gotta get some new shirts. Police have connected a group of teenagers to at least 11 attacks on mothers. They figure it's a great way to get over it. They're gonna go in there and gonna rob people. Oh boy. Bruce Willis. My dear friend Bruce Willis, my ex-boss, my homie. I'm the only YouTuber on all of YouTube. 800 million videos on YouTube. There's only one where Bruce Willis serves me a beer. Nobody else. Pootie Tie has 100 million followers. He ain't got Bruce Willis serving him a beer. Rev, if you could put that up, I'd really appreciate it. Bruce Willis serves me a beer. Planet Hollywood. Die Hard launches a Bruce Willis from small screen action star to superstardom. Bruce Willis was considered the greatest bartender in Hell's Kitchen. That's a fact. He was a bartender. He bartended over here. And he lived on 49th Street. I've taken him to his home many times. He ended up getting the show Moonlighting. And once he got Moonlighting, he was great with Sybil Shepherd, who's also been on my show. I want to party with you, Boogie Bob. Oh, we're going to party all night, girlfriend. She's in the intro. I'm a big celebrity. You sons of bitches. Sorry. Sorry, David Young. I lost it there. Juice Golden's in the house. Nyan's in the house. I do want to take 10 seconds to acknowledge Tammany. Tammany is a very kind, loving person. Tammany has just been supportive and sweet and nice. And the other day, she actually got 5 people on the show, people she don't even know, subscriptions to the show. And these people get to see me with my shirt off, which is also very, very nice. Tammany is just a very sweet, kind person. Tammany, I love you and I thank you. That's not to say that Nyan's a piece of crap. I'm not saying that. Sometimes when you give someone props, someone else will say, Bob, what about me? I'm also nice. You are. Nyan's great. I mean, next to Karina, he's a piece of shit. But next to Bone Man, he's great. Shout out to Bone Man, the Big D. What's poppin'? Oh, there he is. There's Bruce Willis and Sybil Shepherd, both on my show. Action Kid don't have Sybil Shepherd on its show. Shout out to Action Kid too. I started doing live streaming because of Action Kid. He's the best in the business. That's a fact. Groper on the loose. It was anybody who would grope anyone's a piece of crap in my book. They should also be punched in the face. Your Honor, I did it. I groped her. Well, young man, today I'm going to sentence you to 6 months in prison and 2 punches in the face. Anybody touching anyone should be punched in the face. A serial predator is wanted for going on a sickening Brooklyn groping spree during a 16-year-old girl and 3 women in the street in a span of 2 hours. Police on Tuesday released surveillance video of the suspect wanted in 4 separate forcible touching incidents. In each of the attacks, the pervert would grab the woman's buttocks from behind before running away. This is a guy who can't get no P words. He ain't getting none, so he gonna go get some. That's horrible. Violations in Rikers overdose. A Rikers Island inmate locked up on burglary charges died of an overdose, and jail staffers are facing disciplinary actions for violations in their response. Department of Correction officers did not provide details. Donald Trump Jr. arrested trying to scale the fence of the White House because I heard there was an 8-ball in the library. I don't find that. I don't like it. So guys, what I was thinking of doing, if you want to go to a Yankee game and get a bobblehead, or get your head bobbled, you can go, it's Louis Severino, bobblehead night, Friday. First 18,000 guests. First 18,000 gets it. The Mets beat the Diamondbacks 8-5, and guess what? I don't care. The Yankees beat the Orioles 8-4, and I still don't care. Oh boy. Netflix is finally dropping Wham. There's George Michael, and there's the other dude. Anybody know the other dude's name? Wham was a duo. Wham was 2 groups. A lot of people think, I'm never gonna dance again. Guilty feet have got no rhythm, though it's easy to pretend. I know you're not a fool. I should have known better than to treat a friend. A desperate something I believe. That's not a George Michael song. It's a Wham song. And there's 2 of them. There's the other dude right there. Ain't nobody know who the hell that is. I mean, fans know. Andy. Andy what? It is Andy. I think it is Andy. George Michael came in 1998. George Michael came out of the world after he was arrested by an undercover police officer. I remember that. He tried to give a blowjob in a bathroom, and they caught his ass, and that's was Will Rogers Memorial Park in Beverly Hills. Can you imagine being a gay guy? You're in the bathroom and George Michael walks in and wants to give you a... The answer is yes! How much? Andrew Ridgely. Thank you. Very, very good. Andrew Ridgely. Wake me up before you go. Don't leave me hanging out like a yo-yo. That was a big one. Wake me up before you go. Something after tonight. It's gonna be Go-Go Roots. Wake me up before you go. Netflix dropped Wham. I can't wait to see it. Hopefully everybody will. It's gonna premiere today on Netflix. That's a Boogie Bob exclusive. Today on Netflix. Hey guys, listen. I'm gonna go down to B&H Photo. B&H Photo is the greatest camera shop on the planet. I'm walking there right now. Guess what? I'm taking you with me. You want to come? You're coming. We're going to walk down. But now, listen, don't get all excited. Because once I get there, I got to cut you loose. Because I'm going to go in, I'm going to buy a product. For Susie. I have this this thing, which is pretty cool. It's a, put this around your neck. I still have trouble closing this thing. But you put this around your neck and you put your GoPro on. And you film shit. Well, I'm going today to pick up a case for this. If you haven't seen some of the videos I put up with this, they're considered some of the greatest videos of all time. Last night, Obama called. He's like, just one second. Thought I've watched your video. Me and Michelle Wilbur. They're fantastic. And then Trump called. He's like, they're huge. Fantastic. Anyways, I'm going to be making some more huge, fantastic videos with this gimbal. And since I'm going there anyway, I thought, why don't I take it? Maybe it'll be fun. It won't. It will be shit. But maybe some of you will like it. Maybe some of you like shit. Have you ever thought of that? That's a standard question. I think it's a perfectly normal question. You see, theoretically, I'm inclined to disbelieve any involuntary reaction to multiplication tablets, and hereby all direct respect I do indulge the theoretical attribution, not a true metamorphic deviation center. Said, theoretically, I'm inclined to disbelieve any involuntary reaction to multiplication tablets, and all direct respect I do indulge the... Are y'all ready? By the way, you don't have to go. You can quit, go home. You can turn off right now. No problem. But I'm going to take you to down 9th Avenue. We're going to go to B&H Photo. And when I get there, I'm going to take my little camera for a spin. I'm going to do the whole store. And that will be up tonight, so make sure you stick around for that. I can't do live at the same time. Wake me up before you go. We're going to walk through Hell's Kitchen. Pick up some shorties. You guys want to see this? I'm always fascinated by this. This is a car parking lot. It's not a big lot. It only would hold maybe 30 or 40 cars, if that. But what they did was they built these big ass elevators in the back. And now, instead of where one car was parked, they got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Or 4, sorry. The problem is, it's all timed out. If you have your car on the top right there, they're not moving it right now. You can't come back and say, yeah, hi, I want to get my white car right there, because they got to move this one, and this one. They're not going to do it. By the way, there's also a car behind that car. So it's not only 4 levels up, but it's a level behind there. So now if you wanted to get this Mercedes out, great, they'll just drive it out. If you wanted to get the one behind it, they'll pull this one out and then the one behind it. But they're not going to pull this one out, that one out, that one out, and that one out just to get that one off. So these people, when they come in the morning, say, hi, I'm not leaving till 8 o'clock or 9. That's where they determine where they'll put you at. Otherwise, they put you down here. That's a Boogie Bob exclusive, by the way, right there. It's a Boogie Bob exclusive. This is the kind of stuff you get with the Boogie Bob walk and talk. As a New Yorker who sees this every single day, you get a little complacent. You don't think about it. So I have to kind of think about things sometimes. It's very, 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 very bright out. So I'm not sure that I'll be able to see the screen. I usually don't anyways. Hey girl. But very bright out. So 34th and 9th. If you've never been to B&H Photo, I'm going to take you inside for a second just to kind of show it to you, and then I got to make my video. I got to go buy my item and make my video. Okay, I see 5 bad shorties walking towards me. Everybody shut up. Don't say nothing. Let's see if... Hey girl. Hello. Hi there. Alright, I got 2 hellos and 2 silent. I got 2 hellos out of the 4. That's not bad. That's 50-50. 50-50. My odds just went up. You ever see these guys pushing these big ass carts around? Believe it or not, he actually has a thing in his hand. It's a little motor. And he's able, that's why it goes so slow, but he could never push that. Couldn't push this thing up this hill right here. So he has a little tiny motorized motor to help him push his hot dog cart. Also, guys, they have 70 hot dogs in there at the end of the night. They don't throw them away. Them bitches are getting sold to you tomorrow. So keep that in mind if you like yourself a nice hot dog, water hot dog. They are not throwing them bitches out. And if they don't sell it tomorrow, you getting it Thursday or Friday. All right, guys, we're now on 9th Avenue. 9th Avenue is the heart of Hell's Kitchen. This is it. This is where it goes down. Meet me at the mall. It's going down. Guys, I can't hear nothing. If there's an emergency, Rev will call me on my other phone. If not, we're just gonna walk and talk. I'm gonna walk straight. I'm not going right or left. Just don't look at the watch. I really don't have time for your shenanigans today. It's just a watch. It's just a dope ass, big ass watch. What is this, Bob? Well, this is a parking meter, believe it or not. So I think they're probably up to date on all the things. It used to be a little coin thing, but everybody would break them with hammers. So now you just swipe. Here's your, it's also got a, one of them, what are they called? The thing, the sun thing, you know the thing. It's got the sun thing. The thing of the thing. This is Hell's Kitchen. Hell's Kitchen was notorious. It was the home of the Westies, the Irish mob that ran it from the 1800s all the way up till about 1979 or 80, when the last of the ringleaders went to prison. The reason I bring it up is because this is Mickey Spillane's. He was the ruthless gang leader, murdered of course, taken over by Mickey Featherstone, and you gotta say those names quietly around here, bruh. Quietly. So that's that is Mickey Spillane, the gangster. Very revered in Hell's Kitchen. Let's see. Let's just walk and talk. It's hot. I'm not kidding right now. It's about 185 degrees. It's kind of like living in the Serengeti right now. Praying for air conditioning or rain or... This guy has been out here sweeping. I think each business gives him a couple dollars or a slice of pizza. He's been doing this for 30 years. He just sweeps the street. Sweep the street. Over here, these are Uber Eats. Uber Eats. That's my pizza shop. I just did a video on them last night, but this is the Uber Eats guys. They'll be sitting there all day long. All day long. They start drinking and getting on them damn motorcycles. Hi, sir. Did you order a pizza? Yeah, I did, but are you drunk? Yeah, I am, but here's your pizza. We're just walking. Very, 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 very hot out here, folks.
How are you doing?
I'm gonna clean my legs just for the hell of it. Now, right here, this is something really special. This is a nun-free zone. So no nuns allowed anywhere around here. No nuns. It's a nun-free zone. Also, one of the biggest YouTubers in all of New York lives right here on this block. His name is Boogie Bob. It's my block. This is my neighborhood right here. This is where I'm like Rocky. I run down the street and they throw apples to me. That's what they do. All right, so we talked about the marijuana spots. I don't smoke, but Bria does. I brought her here yesterday to get her an 8. They were raided by the police and there is no more weed in there. They cleaned them out. That's why the door is open, because they usually have it locked. You have to push a buzzer to get in. Door's wide open now because there ain't nothing to steal. Unless you want to steal their potato chips and their Oreo cookies. Police came in and confiscated all their marijuana. That's fact. So we went to another one a block away. 65 for an 8. If I was a snitch, I would have called the cops on it. That's highway robbery. When I did smoke weed, you'd have to walk around this neighborhood at 3 in the morning using code words. A nick, like a nickel bag. Hey, have you seen Uncle Nick? I haven't seen my Uncle Nick in a long time. Gonna show you some cool things over here. This was a really, really cool restaurant. COVID shut it down. They painted this like 30 times now. And now what they're doing is they painted it with hearts and people are just... Rhonda loves this one. Donnelly and Ashley. Did you guys see the video of the moron carving his name into the wall at the Coliseum? You see, Sean loves Danielle. Edwin loves Alicia. I gotta show you this. I might have deleted him too. I think I did. If you go to my channel right now, you'll see a video of a moron carving his name into this. It's one thing to come up here with a magic marker. It's another thing to carve your name into a brick wall that's over 2,000 years old at the Coliseum. National Manhunt went out for him. Turns out his name was Ivan Dimitrov. They did catch him. He's looking at 5 years in prison and a huge fine. This is insane. To me, this is one of the craziest things in the whole neighborhood. This is a mural done by a very famous artist. If you like video games, you like Grand Theft Auto and all those Miami Vice Auto, he's the artist that did all the box cover. His name is Stephen Bliss. S-T-E-P-H-E-N, Bliss, B-L-I-S-S. He gets hundreds of thousands of dollars for his paintings. He put this mural here in the middle of COVID. I came one day, he was here painting it. There's not a scratch on it. It's shocking to me because the graffiti in this neighborhood it's literally everywhere, anywhere. They have avoided this like the plague for some reason. It's almost like Suge Knight did it himself, because it's just Absolutely beautiful. I thought it would have been destroyed within a day or two. Kids out here have no respect for anything. The walls have been, all the buildings, this whole neighborhood is all graffiti. So for this thing to be here for over 2 years now is pretty amazing. We're just walking. I'm going to point out some cool things along the way. Maybe. If cool things present themselves. This Hell's Kitchen. It says that my thing is very, very hot. Guys, if it overheats, I got no say-so on that. Very, very, very hot out here. This is Amy's Bread. Amy's Bread is a very famous spot. It's been here for a very long time. Look how they used to dress in that picture. They've got cookbooks and everything. Fresh bread. Amy's Bread. It's famous. A lot of famous stuff in this neighborhood. I'm going to try to drop some stories on you as we walk. Right over there is the Galaxy Diner. Very famous diner. Michael J. Fox shot his movie, I forget, Life with Mikey, whatever it was, but they did a whole lot of movies and stuff there. One day I'm inside the diner and I'm eating, and at the next table is Big Pussy. He was the star of The Sopranos, Vincent Pastore. So I call my waitress over and I say to her, hey, has he paid for his meal yet? She said, no. I said, good, bring me his check. I'll pay for it. But don't tell him I paid for it. I'm like a mobster. I'm being a wise guy, but in a good way. I like the guy. I don't want no credit. I don't want no selfie. I just want to buy the guy dinner. I think I was richer than him at the time. So I gave the waitress $60 for his meal. It's a lunch. He's having a lunch because he's shooting a play, Queen for a Day, right down the street. And the waitress, like a moron, betrays me. She's a snitch. Because I'm sitting there, he finishes eating before me, which was where I fucked up. I should have left. He finishes eating before me, calls for the check, and the lady says, sir, this has been taken care of. He goes, I didn't pay you. No, sir, he did. Points right at me. What? I thought he'd say, oh, thanks, man. He goes, whoa, you paying my lunch? No, you don't pay for me, I pay for you. You don't pay for me, I pay for you. That was humiliating. Hold on. I gotta call the cops. Hi, officer. I was humiliated by one of the guys on The Sopranos. These are the old call boxes. You lift the cover, you push the button. When they answer, if you do not answer back, they will not send anyone. If you answer, they will send someone. It'll take an hour or two, but they'll send someone. You don't buy for me, I buy you. I'm Vinny Pastore. No, I was just, no. You want to do something for me? You go to my play. By the way, he said 6 times, you don't pay for me, I pay for you. And guess what? He didn't pay for me. Oh my God, you're going to pay for me? Thank you so much, sir. He didn't pay for nothing. I'm going to be dropping little tiny stories like that all along the Watchtower. There's a famous Mercury bar. It was just in the paper today. If you watched my news channel earlier, this is where they were snitching on this place for being too loud at night. Guys, so there's a bar. Those are all homes. Everything. There's a Panda Express. Those are homes. There's a, gay porn massage place. Those are homes. But it doesn't matter. Wherever you're at, there's going to be homes above you. And I can imagine at 3 o'clock in the morning, you don't want to be on that floor right there with douchebags screaming and laughing all loud. Maybe you don't know what these are. I told you I'm going to show you shit today. These are for Airbnbs. Many of these buildings, it's illegal to have an Airbnb. But a guy in Utah wants to stay here. A guy from France wants to stay here. Finds your ad and says, I want to get a room. And then all they do is they have the key inside the thing. That way you don't have to come here and meet them. You just tell them, hey, the key, the combination is 227. Guys, this is the biggest idiotic thing in New York. Every store in New York has machines. Every store in New York has ATM machines inside. Why would you use some piece of shit outside? By the way, shout out to Mac Dre from my hometown. He's from Vallejo, California, 707, say it backwards, bitches. Murdered in 2002, and they still got his stickers up here in New York. Yeah, who would actually go to this? If it rips you off 60 bucks, who are you gonna call? Ghostbusters? No, bro, don't use these outside, ever. Ever. First of all, they're never washed, so they're filthy. Second of all, they're gonna get you. Who are you gonna call? You ain't calling nobody. All right, we're still in Hell's Kitchen, guys. We're on 9th Avenue. If you're just tuning in now, I'm walking to 34th Street to B&H Photo. It's the greatest camera store on the planet. Not in New York, not in America, on the planet. B&H Photo. It's a $1 billion inventory. You want to look at some headphones over there? They'll have 300 headphones on display, and all 300 work. You go to Best Buy, they got 2 headphones, and they're both broken. We're just walking. I'm walking by some really historic stuff. Okay, guys, this is 5 Napkins Burger. You're like, what's that, Bob? It's a burger spot. No, it's a burger spot now. It used to be the Improv. This is where Jerry Seinfeld, Jay Leno, David Letterman all started their careers right here at the Improv. Roseanne, everybody. In fact, this is where Jerry Seinfeld and Larry David conceived of the show Seinfeld. They actually went to this booth right down here. I'm going to take you there in a second. They went to the booth right down there, and that's where they drew up the plans for the show about nothing on a napkin right at the Westway Diner. I'm going to take you there in a second. And I'm going to take you to the very table that Seinfeld and Larry David wrote the $1 billion franchise Seinfeld. That's fact. This is a Boogie Bob exclusive. It's a walk and talk. We just walk in and talking. Now you wouldn't know it now, but this is the film center. The film center, every major film ever. I don't care if it's Godfather, I don't care what it was that was made here, King Kong, all went through here. The film center, the main thing. Also, Wyclef's recording studio is in there, Busta Rhymes. It's the film center. Google it. Very, very, very famous. Over here, guys, across the street, I think I got to take you over there. I can't show you from here. It's not going to translate. Watch the green. See, I didn't walk out. I don't want my leg broken. Watch the green. Watch the green, folks. All right. Over here. Come on, player. I know you see me. I know you see me. You're not going to slow down. You're just going to hope that I stop. Fuck out of here, dickhead. Hey, he saw me. Hey, what's up, player? It's good to see you, OG. I know everybody. This is my neighborhood. This is Rudy's Bar and Grill. This is the most famous dive bar. Forget Coyote Ugly. It's here. It's Rudy's. It's the second oldest bar in New York City. After Prohibition, they're the second one to get their license. It is a dive bar. Rudy was the last name of the owner. I've only been inside one time, and when I was inside, I was playing pinball with, what's her face? I've told the story on here a million times. Drew Barrymore. Rolling Stones, it doesn't matter. Bill Murray. Everybody wanted to go to a dive bar. You would come here to Rudy's. The reason they got the pig out front is because you buy a beer, get a free hot dog. They were doing 250,000 hot dogs a week. Look at, they're trying to, look at this couple. They want to walk on the wild side and go into Rudy's. It is a dive bar of all dive bars. This is where Frank Sinatra was creeping around with Ava Gardner before he married her. This is a very, very, very famous bar, one of the most famous bars in all of New York. It's Rudy's. And if you watch Sex and the City, this is where Charlotte met her husband when she walked out of here and broke her heel. Also, if you like Steely Dan, they have a song about Rudy's. Shall we proceed? Yes, indeed. Right over here at this Mamma Mia spot, Lee Harvey Oswald took a crap there in 1957. So that's pretty good. You like the Tootsie Roll? The Tootsie Roll, look at this moron. He's doing 140 miles an hour. Tootsie Roll, and then, now he's going the wrong direction. That's an Uber Eats guy. These are the kind of guys bringing you your tacos, bro. The Tootsie Roll was invented right down the street here. The Tootsie Roll, folks. We're just walking. I'm taking you on a Boogie Bob Hell's Kitchen extravaganza. This was the murder capital of America for almost a century. The Westies would kill you for looking at them crazy. And then if you called the cops would come and kill you for calling the cops. So remember what I was just talking about. I was just talking about Jerry Seinfeld and Larry David riding Seinfeld. Kramer lived right here in this building, next to Larry David. Larry David was the was who George was written after, George Costanza. Larry David lived on one of these floors. By the way, this building right here is the very first building where Samuel Jackson ever had a job. He was the first security guard hired at that building right there. Also Alicia Keys, born and raised in that building. Doesn't matter, Al Pacino, they all live there. All right, we're gonna still keep walking and talking. I told you about the Westway Diner. Love the Westway Diner. I'm gonna take you inside right now. I don't know, they don't really like me walking here with my big ass gimbal. But I'm gonna take you inside and show you where Seinfeld was filmed. Hi, hon, how are you? Right here. Look at this, guys. Welcome to the birthplace of Seinfeld. There's Jerry, and it says right here, Larry David. I can't read this through my thing. We went to a diner, the Westway Diner, and this is the actual booth where they wrote it. And now I'm going to show you the booth. The booth is right here. It's not the first one. It's the second one. Second booth. Hey, what's up, bro? Right here. There's the booth. That's the Seinfeld booth right there, folks. Just so you know. Thank you. You too. Also, hey girl, where are you going? Where are you going? I'm having so much trouble getting all these phone numbers because there's just too many ladies hollering at me. They're everywhere. Patron Mexican Grill. Kathy Bates used to hang out here, but it wasn't called Patron. It was the Blue Fin or the Blue something. And Kathy Bates won an Academy Award for the movie Misery, starring James Caan, and where she broke his damn leg with a damn sledgehammer. Kathy Bates. The Blue Grill. Blue Water Grill, I think it was. Kathy Bates shouted it out. I just moved to New York. She was like, I want to shout out the Blue Water Grill. So the next day I was walking by here. I said, let me go tell them. I thought they would all hug me and stuff. No. They looked at me like I was a crackhead. I go, did you see Kathy Bates? She won an Academy Award. They go, yeah. I go, she shouted you out. They go, get out. They didn't care. Hey, girl. By the way, guys, if you want to see my tour, I'll be doing live tours of Hell's Kitchen all summer long. Real tours. People from Germany and Italy coming to New York. They want a tour of Hell's Kitchen. They see your old pal Boogie Bob. We've got haunted houses over there. Not like a fake haunted house. Real houses of haunt. Real places where people were murdered and there's still ghosts walking around to this day. Got a whole bunch of really cool things over here in Hell's Kitchen.
Oh no, so that's what I'm saying. This is outside.
By the way, we're still walking. We're not even there yet. This is going to be 42nd Street right here. This is the most famous street in New York City. 42nd, certainly between 8th and 7th. We're between 9th and 8th right now. But it's a very notorious street, my friend. We're going to walk to 34th. So we're at 42nd. We got to go to 34th. So 42 minus 34. We've got 110 blocks to go. If my math is correct. We're just walking. I told you guys earlier I would take you to B&H Photo. And so far, by the way, we've been walking since 49th Street, no violence. I have not been assaulted or cursed at.
With a purpose.
Almost. I think I might make it. This is 42nd Street here, guys. The Hudson River is right there. That's New Jersey on the other side of the river. Got the Lincoln Tunnel right here. That's the tunnel that goes from Manhattan under the Hudson River to New Jersey. Right there is going toward, we're on the west side, we're headed east right down there. Times Square's 2 blocks that way. I'm just walking, I ain't bothering nobody. Guys, if it's your first time here, make sure you check out some of my videos. There are a lot of live streamers in New York, very few of them make videos. I make amazingly dope videos. Amazingly dope video. That's what the name of my channel should be. Right down here it gets really sketchy. So if I am going to be a victim of crime, it's going to be in this area right here. This is the Port Authority. It's the busiest bus terminal in the world. Also, not New York, not America. Google it. The Port Authority bus terminal is massive, and when you have a bus terminal, you're going to have drug addicts and mentally ill and homeless that will come to that area because of all the people that will go there. So up here, if you look on this thing, you're going to see buses. Buses will leave there every second of the day, coming and going, bus after bus, because that is the Port Authority right there. It's a city block long, a couple city blocks wide. There's the buses coming and going. And up here is where you'll start seeing the homeless, the transients, the mentally ill. Most harmless, but some are just mentally ill. They're gonna come at you and you want to help them? I want to help this guy right here, but what can you do? You can't do nothing. You buy him a sandwich, there's a very good chance he punches you in the face. It's just a pretty violent area, especially right here. And also some lovely people who have the odds stacked against them right here as well. Hey, girl. We're just walking. Oh, to be in love and young in New York City, holding hands. I'm a romantic, bro, but it's too hot. Get off me. Baby, can we hold hands? No. Can we make love? Hell no. What are you, crazy? When I was 18, the answer was yes. I'll make love in the fall. What the hell's wrong with you? You see how hot it is out here? Babe, at least let me give you a blowjob. No thanks. Okay, yes, that I'll take. But can we do it in an air-conditioned room, please? It's too hot out here. I can't handle it. Guys, this is Two Brothers Pizza. It's my favorite pizza spot in the whole city. Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't see you. How are you? Say hi back. Hi. How are you? It's nice to see you. Okay, the lady almost stabbed me because she said hi and I didn't say anything. I did not notice her. This is what I'm talking about. Mental health. I don't know her. Yeah, the lady, I thought the lady was gonna punch me in my face. I said hi. Sorry, ma'am. Hello. I said hi. Okay, I'm sorry, ma'am. I'm sorry. I apologize. Hi. Hello. Ma'am, please don't stab me. I did not see you, ma'am. Or hear you. Oh boy, there she is again. Oh boy. Let me get past her. I don't like her. Oh boy.
Where's the zigzag here? Zigzag? Zigzag. Where's the zigzag?
Man's yelling at the truck driver. Where do they sell zigzags? Here you got people just laying in the street over here. That looks very uncomfortable. He's just laying there. He ain't hurting nobody. He ain't hurting nobody. Alright, player. It's a little aggressive on that block. It's going to chill up here a little bit, but there's certain spots where you know when you're going, it's about to be a little rambunctious. Guys, this is a little sandwich shop we have in New York. It's called Subway. Subway. Now, I don't know if they have one near you, but they're supposed to be building them all over the place. So make sure you keep an eye on that. It's a Boogie Bob exclusive. Subway. We're walking to 34th Street. We've only got a couple more blocks to go. This is a very, very typical Irish bar. Scallywags. This is called Scallywags. Instead of the wooden Indian, they got a wooden elf. Wooden leprechaun. Leprechaun. Oh boy. Everybody walking aggressive over here. Sorry. For some of you younger viewers, this is called a mailbox. And what you do is you write a letter and you put it in an envelope. You put it, by the way, they no longer have the doors that pull out. Everything is a slot because of bombs. They're not allowed to in New York have any more with the pull-out thing. People drop bombs. It's just a slot. Only a regular envelope's fitting in there. You got a package, take it to the post office. We're just walking. I got no static. Oh, I don't like this. Special is young ducks. Oh, what do you got against young ducks? Hi, sir. Can I help you? Yeah, I'd like a young duck. Here you go, sir. No, I want baby ducks. I'm a mean, malicious bastard. Can I have baby ducks, please? On these hot days, I like to check on people, but it's hard to because this guy's in a jacket. He could have had a damn heat stroke. I want to see if people are okay, but you have to be very, very careful because a lot of times they'll attack you. Sir, are you okay? I'll kill you! Almost there, folks. Almost there. Here's a guy who makes the city run, in my opinion. These are the heroes. This is a garbage man, but he's driving by himself. Usually the driver will have somebody else in the back who jumps off and picks up the garbage. He's driving, parking, and towing the garbage. That's called cutbacks, folks. Have you ever seen these? This is for the blind. You hear the beeping? Oh, watch when I push it.
Wait.
I'll wait till it turns green, and then it'll say something else like, go, proceed with caution. It's still a red light, now it's green. That means it's green. Now watch. It's like, go, bruh, go. They have these at all the neighborhoods. There are actually blind neighborhoods. They have neighborhoods that are specifically catered towards blind folks. That's a fact. We're still walking. Anybody that would put their money in this ATM right here is a moron. Don't do it, bro. Don't do it. Every single deli, every corner store has an ATM inside of it. Do not use ATMs on the street. You're asking to be robbed, if not by the ATM itself, but by people loitering in the area. Don't do it. There goes a $400,000 Maybach. Right there. I always like to look in and see who's driving. Now, you don't drive your own Maybach. You sit in the back. But that person's very, very wealthy. That's 400 racks right there. That person's sitting in the back. Charles, can you take Fifth Avenue, please? I have to pick up some Grey Poupon. That's okay. Artwork all over New York. I love when I walk by and see a new piece. It's actually nice. Is obviously a fan of Keith Haring. It's beautiful. I believe that might be the artist, Chemdog Millionaire. That's a Chemdog Millionaire exclusive. All right, almost there, folks. We're on 36. We got 2 more blocks. We're just walking. This is literally the first time I've been able to see my screen. Guys, it's so bright and so hot out here. It's 100. I don't know how hot it is, but it's hot. I'm just walking. Almost here. One more block. So what I'm going to do is when I get here, guys, I'm going to take you inside the building. I hope they're open. Now it's Jewish owned, and they celebrate all of the holidays. They're definitely closed on the Sabbath. They're never open on Saturdays. On Friday they close at like noon, and I really respect that because they're giving up tens of millions of dollars for religious purposes. But they're closed a lot of the times. I don't know when it's Hanukkah or Yom Kippur. If it is, they're closed. That's how that works. It's right there. B&H. Let me get my battery wire hooked up. Guys, I'm going to take you in for a few seconds. Because why come all the way here if I can't show you what it looks like? And then, by the way, this is 34th Street. You've got Madison Square Garden right there. There's the Empire State Building. Macy's is on the left side. The New Yorker's right there. Very, very cool. Historic block. 34th Street. And we're here. We're here. We're queer. Get used to it. It's B&H Photo. It is the biggest, baddest electronics, I say camera / electronics store on the planet. You never see nothing like it. I'm going to show you some of the things. Remember tonight, guys, to check out my channel because I will have a full tour. I'm just going to give you the $3 tour right now of how it works. You can't go up and buy an item. You have to tell somebody. All the items are on little electronic carts over the top of the box. As far as the eye can see, microphones. And guess what? Every single one is hooked up. You want to buy a microphone if you can't check it? This is a Rogue mic. Hi, it's the Boogie Bob Show, live in effect. It's insane. This is just microphones. If I take you to the headsets, like headphones. You want headphones? Look at this. So if you go to Best Buy, these are your headphones. You want this one or that one? Not here, bro. This is going to be, and every single one is hooked up. Every single one works. Guys, these are just headphones. This is just headphones. I'm trying to tell you, I'm trying to explain to you how big this store is without explaining how big it is. Okay, these are over-ear headphones. Then you come over here. More. Then you have more. And then you have the in-ears, all the little teeny ones. So I wanted to give you an example of how crazy this store is. Okay, so let's say I want these Beats, which I already have. Let's say I want those Beats right there. I tell the guy, no one's going to come to me right here. You got to go get the guy. He's going to go to this computer right here. Now there's hundreds of these computers all over the place. So he's going to go, he's going to pull it up on the computer. There. He's going to pull it up on the computer. He's going to say, oh, this is the one you like? Great. Yeah, that's the one I like. You don't pay him here. You don't do nothing. He says, sir, it'll be waiting for you at the front. This is where the magic happens. You see these? These are all hooked up throughout the whole store. Thousands of miles of these tracks right here. It must have cost tens of millions of dollars just for these tracks. So when somebody buys something, You walk over here, these tracks will have a cart on it. I don't see any carts moving right now, but they'll have a cart on it, and then they'll be there. All your stuff will be set on a track. We'll go to the booth. So every single item that you want will go on a track, and that it'll be waiting for you by the time. If I ask for those headphones right there, I get right here, I pay there, I get there, the headphone is already sitting in a bag in a cubicle. Ain't no shoplifting here, because you don't get to touch the merch. Also, almost always, they have armed cops standing right here, real cops in uniform standing right here. They're in the glass booth this time, so it's really ingenious. They'll have a whole Kmart size section just for lights or used gear, or maybe you want lenses. It's the most insane store on the planet. What I'm going to do now, guys, is I'm going to go buy my park, and then I'm going to take you on a tour from my little camera in my pocket. I will talk to you later. I hope you had a fun time. Please be kind and loving to each other. Watch for my video tonight, a complete tour of the store. God bless you.